2:02 p.m. We'll go on to roll call. Secretary will now call roll.
Mr. President, I have 6 officers, 4 legislators, 2 advisors, and 3 guests.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. We will now review the minutes from the last meeting. Please review the minutes. Are there any corrections to the minutes? The minutes stand approved as read. We'll now go on to the approval of the agenda. Any corrections to the agenda? Seeing none, the agenda stands. You all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll now proceed with reports. I will start with my report. We held our first Issues and Concerns Committee meeting yesterday. It was a very good meeting. We discussed what the role of the Issues and Concerns Committee would be. Laid out some issues. Most of you know we've had surveys conducted for about 2 weeks, so we looked at those as well as concerns that we had within our SGA. So issues and concerns are going to be every other Tuesday at 2 o'clock. If any of you like to come out to those meetings, it'll be very beneficial to the campus as well as the structure of our student government. We'll go on to the activities. Mr. Vice President.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good afternoon, SGA members, advisors, and guests. Today, well, last week we were working on Open Mic Culture Week, and we are having a meeting next Monday at 2 o'clock. For those ones that can make it, please come out. Come out and help us plan the rest of the activities for the remaining of the year, and some for the next year in the summer session as well. We're near the end. The wrong attitude is to have in a short amount of time. Please come out and help us plan the remaining. And also, when planning these events, we also need to have a sign-up sheet. That's the last event we had. We didn't have any members to actually coordinate the events, so we'll work on that. All right, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Vice President. We'll now move on to the budget. Mr. Treasurer.
Mr. President, currently we have $38,001.27 in our budget, but with all the programs we have allocated until the end of May, we have approximately $6,691.36 available. Keeping in mind, we still need to hold anywhere from $3,000 to $3,500 for summer.
Thank you, Mr. Treasurer. We'll now move on to scrapbook. Madam Secretary.
First off, I'd like to congratulate everybody that took part in making the scrapbook. Everybody doesn't know the place, we made third place at the FTCC SGA conference, and good job, I was really happy. The big thing that I learned from it, a lot of teamwork, and everybody got together. So next year, we're gonna knock them out of the water and get first place if I'm elected the secretary. Thank you.
And yeah, the scrapbook was awesome, and the scrapbooks we won first and second place. They were really well. I don't know if anybody got pictures, but did you get a chance to see? Yeah. So we know what we're going to be up against next year, and to come in third place, I was very pleased. So it was an awesome scrapbook. We move on to publicity, Mr. Parliamentarian.
Mr. President, General Counsel, the Natalie Stovall poster and video are up, and the video is being played right now outside the office. And the Jabali Africa posters are also up around the school. And the publicity committee is working on Culture Week and Open Mic Day. And that's all I got.
Thank you, Mr. Parliamentarian. Before we move on to unfinished business, I would just like to turn your attention over to your legislator binders. In them, for each meeting, you will find your voting cards, as well as motion forms, if needed, as well as scrap paper. You have your minutes and your agenda, as well as parliamentarian procedures and Robert's Rule of Order. Also in the back, you do have the pledge, the oath that you took on becoming a legislator. Just keep that in mind. And also, whenever we have, Mr. Vice President had a little letter for everyone. So things like that will also be in your binders. We will collect those at the end. So if there's anything that you have written that you want to hold on to, you need to take that out, because we will hold on to these. They will be in the office, so you need to take a look at them, okay? So anything that you need that are in your binders, just take it out. Okay. Moving on to unfinished business. There is none, so we will move to new business. Are there any motions to be brought to the floor?
I, Taylor Everfield, move that SGA puts on a weekly open mic event beginning on April 26, 2012, and preview this event on April 19, 2012 in the Tony Rand Student Center from 11 to 3 p.m. No money is needed for these events.
All right, there's a motion on the floor that reads, I, Taylor Everfield, move that SGA put on a weekly open mic event beginning on April 26, 2012, and preview the event on April 19, 2012 in the Tony Rand Student Center from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. No money is needed for these events. Is there a second? Second. All right, are there any cons to this motion? Any comments? Seeing none, I will allow you to discuss amongst yourself for 30 seconds.
I know what it is about that, so the open mic is basically, you want to have open vision, do poetry, do music, sing, if it's the dance, whatever, there are possibilities of this show. This will be in the back, and this is like, we want to preview it on 19, this is also taking that up so long, and just to see how it goes over with the students, and then if we go over
All right, I will ask Taylor to clarify the motion, please.
Okay, basically, we want to start, we want to open up a weekly venue an open mic where students can come, students and the public also, they can come in if they want to showcase any of their artistic abilities. If they want to sing, if they want to dance, if they want to play guitar, whatever they want to do, they can come out and do that. It would be like a family-oriented event, so it wouldn't be like any profanity or anything like that. But basically that's what we want to do, and then we want to do like a preview for that event on the 19th, which is also the same day as Natalie Stowe. We want to open it in the student center and have it like open so people can come by and just do their thing. Come by and, yeah, so that's
Thank you.
yes.
Under good information, in the Tony Grant Student Center, where is it going to be? Is it going to be in that open area?
Clarification. Yes, it's going to be, if you remember we had Dangerous Minds at, we want to do it in that same kind of setup. So, it's kind of like a free-flowing event, and if people want to stop, we kind of want to keep it in the, the meat of the day, which is about 11 or 3.
And that's just that preview, correct?
Yeah, just the preview will be there. In the weekly event, we want to do it in the gazebo, where the gazebo is, want to have it outside. So.
Are there any comments to this motion? Seeing none, we'll move this to a vote. Once again, your voting cards are in your SGA binders. So, if you are for this motion, please signal by raising your green voting card. All opposed? All abstain? Motion passes. And just so you all know, pass or fail, well, if these pass, no matter how you vote, FGA has decided to do these events, so it is up to us, like Mr. D pointed out at the last meeting, to man these events and make sure that they do run smoothly. No matter how you feel about them, FGA as a whole has decided to do this, so we all have to take part and work for this these events. Is there any new business to be brought to the floor? Point of privilege. All right, any new business to be brought to the floor?
Mr. President, I, Taylor Weber Fields, move that the SGA adopt the amendment to the Constitution, which reads that elections will be held in the last general council meeting in the month of April in the spring semester.
There's a motion on the floor that reads, I, Taylor Weber Fields, move that SGA adopt the amendment to the Constitution, which reads elections will be held the last general council meeting the month of April in the spring semester. Everybody has that information with them. I would like to point out, however, that with the proposed, we are changing the wording from will. This is just a work in progress. But we're changing elections will to elections may. So it will actually read elections may be held in the last general council meeting of the month of the spring semester. Okay. I'll go ahead and clarify this motion. There are 3 points down at the bottom that say why we want to change the Constitution. One being there's just not enough time for the previous board of the executive board to train the new board of election board. So if whoever's next president or vice president or secretary, however that transitions, I just feel that it was beneficial for them to have the time to spend with us as well as the final meeting to kind of step into their role. So Are there any cons to this motion? Seeing none, is there any discussion that needs to be held about this motion? Let's see, look, so I will give you a 30-second to discuss it.
And I'd like to, we need to you want somebody new coming in this room for election, you got to give it a meeting to start, food from, because I didn't.
Are there any cons to the motion? Seeing none, we'll bring this to a vote. Please raise your green voting cards to signal you're in favor of this motion. All opposed? All abstain? Motion passes. What a privilege. All right, my apologies. I completely forgot to get this seconded, so we will start this over. There is a motion on the floor that reads, I, Taylor Weber Fields, move that we adopt the amendment to the Constitution. Is there a second? Motion is properly seconded by Carnella. With no objection, I will move this into a vote. All right. All in favor, please raise your green voting cards. All opposed? All abstained? Motion passes. Are there any motions to be brought to the floor? All right. Point of privilege. Please talk amongst yourselves. Still in employment privilege, so that's what yourselves. And yes, if you are wondering, this is the iPad that I got. Hey guys, while we're in this point of privilege, as you see, there are some goodies on the tables. I will be providing these as long as I do not see anything on the floor. Okay, so please make sure that you have wrappers. The best way to do is put them in your pocket as soon as you open. Okay. don't need this place to be dirty at all. Oh, and there are to be no drinks in here, but if you have them, coasters are over there. So, like, I'm telling you this, do not bring drinks in here. There are coasters over there. Okay. See what I'm saying? And no texting in these meetings. These are formal meetings, so no texting on your devices. If you're using them for business, it's still not okay, even if you're using it for business. Okay. We will resume in 30 seconds. We will resume in 30 seconds. 25 seconds. Is there any new business to be brought to the floor? Any new business?
I, Carnell Fobbs, move that Cultural Week will be held April the 23rd through the 26th, 2012, as a Monday through Thursday.
There's a motion on the floor that reads, I, Carnell Fobbs, move that Cultural Week be held April 23rd through 26th, 2012, which is Monday through Thursday. Is there a second on this motion? A second. If the Vice President would clarify this motion for me. Briefly.
Mr. President, SGA, we're trying to plan that Culture Week, or right planning. Mondays, we're trying to support Jabali Africa, so we're going to put that African American Day. Tuesday is going to be Spring Fling. Wednesday is going to be Native American Day. Thursday is going to be European Day.
Thank you.
Latin Day, excuse me, correction, Latin Day. Okay, and we have people coming out, correct? So we do this event for free. All right, so we need everybody's support us. Thank you.
All right. Any points of information that you had for clarification? Any cons to this motion? Any cons? Seeing none, I will move this into a 15-second debate, open floor debate. Are there any cons to this motion?
Mr. President, my con is, it's a good idea. Don't get me wrong, I think every culture should be represented. But I think the short amount of time that we have, we need to make sure that our T's are crossed and our I's are dotted, because it's gonna put a bad taste in everybody else's mouth. You just slap something together and be like, here you go. It's not gonna fly.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any pros? Any pros to this motion?
SGA advisors report. I just wanted to say that we've been talking about last semester having something that would showcase our cultures, because we do have a diverse group going like at Fayetteville Tech, and so this was supposed to be a way of sharing that. And we have it in, and we do have it set up, you know, and I get what you're saying that we do have other events coming up, and so we need to take care of business. But this was only, it wasn't like super extravagant. It was going to be something that we just showcase, you know, a little bit about certain cultures, and that way next semester we have an idea to go forth with, to see whether the students are actually interested in what we're doing.
Is there a con?
SGA president, vice president, officers. Yes, that is good and that's very well as far as our cultures go. But I just want everybody to kind of look at the time frame we have with the activities committee meetings. We'll start the event and talk about it, but look at the real fact that we never get it done. We don't ever really come to an actual decision on everything. It's always been talked about, and that's one thing that was addressed at the couple of the last meetings of everyone talking about it and putting it into it. Go ahead, let's get it finalized. Because if I'm not mistaken, this motion was supposed to be Culture Day is coming up soon. We still don't have nothing. Why send I'm with her? Why send something together that's not even done?
Thank you. Is there a pro to this motion?
It's not. It's not really a pro or a con, but all I'm saying is that, like, you have each day planned out for something different. Reduce whatever you have planned for each day, and maybe do it on 2 days, because you're just doing a trial for the thing. So if you get like a positive outturn from the 2 days you do, then next semester we can plan for something bigger.
Is there pro?
The vice president over activities. I hate to have something done half behind it, okay? So, bring it to the board. I was trying to tell y'all, everybody get the times together. I want to marry on this, okay? I'm sorry, but I hate to do stuff last minute. I hate to do something, put SGA name on it, it looks terrible, I get upset. So, I'm just going to be with Mary on this, okay? All right, thank you.
Sounds like a con. Is there a pro?
I'm pro. It's a good idea.
That's a pro. So we have to go, is there a con?
One more thing, I don't want anyone to get discouraged or anything like that. I just want to, I'm just kind of hard to say this, but I just kind of want everybody to look at the time frame that we have. Then we have other events coming up that kind of falls into, we get out of May. So if we kind of which is over on the preview, if we, you know, do one preview or whatever, but if not, everyone has a hectic schedule. SGA already takes up a lot of our time. We already have other events that we have to get done. So that can kind of be on hold and actually plan down and get it in for, you know, fall. Right, over the summer if we have to, for the students that are here, so they can talk about it when we do come back to school in fall. So.
Thank you. I'll entertain one more set of pros and cons. I think we're at pros.
Tracy Mitchell, Sergeant at Arms. I think that it's becoming to the point that we meet somewhere and everybody has something to say about something, but they don't voice it in activities meeting, and we go ahead, break up into groups. We were into groups, so if your specific day wasn't done, it's not everybody's fault. So to say that we're not ready or the event is not planned properly, it's not everybody necessarily. So I think if we can't work in groups, we should just knock that idea off and just put it back together as one thing, because not everybody don't do what they're supposed to.
Is there one more con?
Hello, everyone again.
Your 10 seconds.
Okay, I know you're getting up, but, I do agree with what you're saying, Tracy, but and I wasn't saying everybody, I was saying certain people, I just wanted everybody to come look at their schedule. Like I said, in the activities committee, you have a point. We do bring it up and then somebody should say something, but we have so much other stuff that needs to be done.
One more pro?
We're good.
So whoever feels, I agree with Tracy that, if everyone's group isn't done, that the one group or whichever group is done should be penalized for that. I think Tracy's group in particular, if you all's group is done, that does tie in with Jabali Africa. So I would encourage you all to keep going, and then we can all collaborate on you all's specific day. You know, then you'll have more people to man, more people to, support that day, and I think that would tie in making Jabali Africa a bigger success. So, yes.
Okay, I will break this into a 1-minute discussion amongst yourselves. Is there any more discussion to be to the floor? Any more discussion to bring to the floor? Point of information.
Point of information, Mr. President. Do we need to change that to that one day for the Jabali Africa?
To amend the amendment?
Yes.
Yes. So is there an amendment to the proposed amendment or proposed? Okay. There is an amendment to the previous motion that reads, I, Carnella Fobbs, move that Cultural Day be held April 23rd, 2012, which is a Monday. Okay. Is there a second? Yvonne again. First, last. Okay, so there is an amendment. Are there any cons to this motion? No cons? Without objection, I will move this into a vote. Please signal by raising your green cards if you are for this motion. Opposed? Abstain? Motion passes. Okay, with the motion being amended, there is a motion on the floor that reads, I, Carnella Fobbs, move that Cultural Day be held on April 23rd, 2012, which is a Monday. Without objection, I'll move this to a vote. No objection. Please signal by raising your green card if you are for this motion. All opposed? All abstain? This motion passes. Is there any new business to be brought to the floor? Any new business to be brought to the floor? Seeing none, we'll move on to announcements. And Our first announcement, I will suspend because I would like to give you all just a brief synopsis of the N4C SGA trip that we had. I've asked Brittany to speak with you all briefly on the experience. So, Brittany, if you don't mind.
We went to conference last weekend. It was a lot of work. It was also a lot of fun. There were quite a few meetings, and I think we learned quite a bit as a group. I did go to one meeting that I thought was particularly interesting about what not to wear and what to wear to business meetings. And I think I actually have the piece of paper it should be out if I can get it. I'm not confident. Oh yeah. A couple of examples of like what to never wear as a leader would be ripped pants, no visible tattoos or piercings, no crazy hair color. What to wear would be being well-groomed, shirts buttoned and tucked in, and things like that. But yeah, I thought that meeting was particularly interesting. And then we went to a couple of us went to the Cheesecake Factory, and then the next day we went to the museum, and we had a lot of fun, but we also learned quite a bit. Anybody else wants to add anything?
Well, thank you, Brittany. If you did not get the privilege to go to conference, I would ask that you speak to some of the members who did go to conference. If you went, please raise your hands. So if you want to know more about how conference went, you can come speak to us. If we have time after, I'll let you speak on conference as well. Okay. Going back into the announcements, we do have Earth Day. We'll be April 16th on the main campus and at Spring Lake. It's going to be a daytime event. Natalie Stovalt's going to be here on April 19th at 7:30. We're doing Relay for Life April 20th through the 21st. We've got Family and Friends Day scheduled at the Y April 22nd and May the 6th. Spring Lake campus, they're going to do a spring fling from 11 to 1, April 18th. We're going to get you guys sign-up sheets so you guys can, so we'll know who's going to these. Spring Lake campus is really small, but if you went last year, I had a great time there. It was a lot smaller than the one here, but it was really fun. So I would encourage, if you want to go, just let us know. Jabali Africa is going to be on the 23rd. Spring Fling is slated for the 24th from 11:30 to 3:30. A cookout for the African Children's Choir will be May 3rd. The FTCC Global Education Committee will serve administrators will be included as guests. Several administrators will be included as guests. So we're going to have some distinguished guests there. And the African Children's Choir will perform concert May 4th at 7:30. Also, we'll be going to the nursing home April 7th from 2 to 2:50. It is the Cumberland Nursing and Rehab Center, which is on Legion Road, and we'll need to bring sugar cookies, butter cookies, and sugar-free sodas. That is a message from our volunteer operations coordinator. Again, that is April 7th, which is this Sunday coming up, 2 to 2:50 at the Cumberland Nursing and Rehab Center, which is on Legion Road. You're going to need to bring sugar cookies, butter cookies, and sugar-free sodas. So we'll probably have a conference call about that sometime during this week. Also, at this time, the executive board and we really wanted to do something for you guys as legislators, because all that we go through, we couldn't do it without you guys, and you guys are doing some excellent work, and we decided to implement a SGA Member of the Month award. So, I'll be presenting that today. We're going to go for the month of March. We had several nominees, and everybody that I heard nominated was an amazing choice. Each of your executive board had one person in mind, and we all came to a decision on who we felt to be the best for the award. So, the SGA Member of the Month will receive this $15 Subway gift card, as well as a plaque which reads, "This award is presented to the SGA member who has dedicated time and energy into helping the organization faithfully and without question. Without the hard work and dedication of people like you, this organization would not be what it is today." And there's a quote that reads, "Who is wise? He who learns from everyone. Who is powerful? He who governs his passions. Who is rich? He that is content. Who is this? Nobody." And that is from great Benjamin Franklin. And it is my pleasure to present this month's SGA Member of the Month to Miss Taylor Weber-Fields. Miss Taylor Weber-Fields is this month's SGA Member of the Month. This photo will be displayed in our office and will be changed, of course, next month when we do the Member of the Month in April. So you guys can view this photo. It will be in the office. This is yours. And we will do this again next month. So congratulations, Ms. Taylor Weber-Fields. You guys congratulate her. This, like I said, will be in the office. Okay, I think we've got just a few more minutes. Are there any more announcements by any of the delegates or guests that you want to talk about?
Yes, I have something I can pass out. It's just, so I don't do a lot of talking. I just wanted to say what I learned about from conference and how it can help us as a group, because we are a team. And we didn't all get to go to all the different workshops, but the ones that I went to I thought were very important, and we all learned something from them. So I wrote up information about them, and I'd like to pass it out to you.
And like I said, you guys do have these folders here, but we decided we're just going to hold on to them. You know, if that becomes too cumbersome or you guys believe that you can hold the responsibility to hold on to them, we'll do that next meeting. But for now, we're going to hold on to these, so I would just ask if there's anything that you want to keep, go ahead and take it out and just be responsible for it yourself. Okay? Did you want to quickly summarize this for us? I mean, everybody read this on your own, but Catherine, could you summarize?
Okay. Basically, most of the workshops that I went to were leadership workshops, and SGA as a whole is a leadership program, and I thought that we could learn a lot from what was said in the workshops. And one of them, there was a book called Leadership 101, and it had 4 C's: character, choices, conduct, and consequences. And I think that's very important when you're a leader, because if you don't follow those, if you don't make the right choices, if you don't have good character, if your conduct is not good, then the consequences will be terrible for not just you, but the people that see you as a leader and follow you. So I thought we should all know about that.
Thank you so much. Are there any more announcements from
I
Yes.
just wanna say that, Fayetteville Tech won the Dow Award.
The Dow Award.
Yes.
Yes.
We went and, we won the Dow Award, and we won third place at the scrapbook. And I think, is there something else?
There was another award that, our very own Coach Rex Perry won. So,
We also.
what was it called? Oh.
What's the Dow?
The Dow Award is an award that's given to, one college that, is,
It's the
scores the
instrumental.
highest in the extramurals and murals, programs. So, that was FTCC this year. Any more announcements?
I just wanted to say, this is kind of piggybacking off of, this handout that Kate gave us. I don't know if you all have been able to look over it yet, but, it kind of pertains to us working as a team and our, relations with one another. If you all noticed, I put a, suggestion box in the office, and that is for SGA members. If you have anything that you want to, that you would like to see addressed, we are, trying to start having, informal meetings where we can talk about some of the issues that we have in our group. And the discussion will come from that suggestion box. So if you have any questions or concerns that you'd like to see addressed at those meetings, just put them in the box. You can write them anonymously, and I'll be getting more information to you all about those meetings, so just be looking out for that.
Thank you. Just one more announcement. Anyone? No? All right. There are no more announcements, so we will move on to advisor remarks. Ms. Sobers?
Short and sweet. Conference was interesting. This is actually the first time